Hey, welcome back to another reaction video today. If you haven't seen it, we previously done the weirdest laws of the USA, but we're gonna follow that up with the weirdest laws from Britain. So we've got 25 of the weirdest laws from Britain. Do you know what? I don't know whether I'll know them. I don't know whether I'll know them all. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. So we're gonna just jump straight into it, no hesitation. Let's just get straight into this video.
Since they've been around for hundreds of years, it would make sense Britain would have a few weird laws. Of course, when they don't revoke old laws still in the books, it creates a headache for everyone. Lawyers, judges, and politicians have to sift through tons of antiquated laws, and citizens potentially could be penalized for it. While some of these laws have been removed, you might be surprised to hear many others have not. Curious to hear more? I'm Mike with List 25, and here are 25 weird British laws you won't believe actually exist.
We'll see.
25. Thanks to Prerogativa Regis 1322, all whales and sturgeons found in the United Kingdom belong to the Crown. 24. Under an 1839 law, it's illegal to knock on someone's door and walk away. That includes...
That's knockdown ginger. I never knew that was illegal, but...
includes ringing a doorbell.
When I was a kid, I'm surprised I didn't get arrested because we used to do that. It was just a thing that we'd do for fun. Like I don't even, now I think about it, I think, why did we do that? But
out excuse. 23. According to the Metropolitan Police Act 1839, it's illegal to be drunk at a bar or keeper of a public house to permit drunkenness on premises.
You should be limited to one drink, maybe. Okay, there's your drink. One drink and that's it. You can't have no more because otherwise you might be drunk.
22. Until 1976, the UK had a law that required all cars to carry at least one bale of hay. It was initially written for horse-drawn carriages.
I've never once carried one.
21. If you're planning a home improvement project that requires wood planks and you live in London, just remember it's illegal to carry planks across pavement.
So is this just in London? I mean, I've never heard of that law, so I've never heard of that law, but if that's just in London, so you're all right if you're out of London, but I mean, I don't know, like, a lot of builders might be in trouble.
Good luck. 20. After 8 a.m., it's illegal to beat or shake any carpet, rug, or mat in the street. 19. Thanks to the Metropolitan Police Act 1839, if you annoy passengers or inhabitants with flying a kite, you'll be fined £500, which is about...
No way. That's like a hidden gem there. You know, so if you just want people to leave you alone, just take a kite with you. And that's it. £500 if you want to interfere.
562 euros. 18. Think twice before asking a stranger for change. According to the Vagrancy Act 1824, if you need change and ask a stranger for some, it's considered begging, and you could end up in the House of Correction.
But if you've ever been to London, there's literally like a beggar on every train station you're going to come out of. There's going to be a beggar there somewhere. So, to be truthful, I didn't even know that was illegal. But if it is, there's a lot of people that police just walk straight past and don't say nothing. So, I don't know, maybe that's an outdated law.
17. Be careful how you handle salmon. According to the Salmon Act 1986, it's illegal to handle fish in a suspicious circumstance. 16. If you plan to go to a fancy party, don't dress up as a soldier or seaman. According to the Seamen's and Soldiers' False Characters Act in 1906, it's illegal to pretend to be part of the armed forces.
But fancy dress shops sell this. So, I'm sure I've seen it in a fancy dress shop. I ain't been to a fancy dress shop for years. But I'm sure I've seen it. I'm sure if you go on eBay now, you can get that as a fancy dress. I heard about police. I know police, you can't impersonate a police officer. So, you can get in a lot of trouble doing that. But, I mean, if it's a fancy dress costume, it's kind of made to not look real. So, I don't know, like, is it the definition of whether it looks too real? Maybe that's what it is. It's just, if it looks too real, that they could believe that you're actually a soldier or a police officer or something like that. But I think just a standard fancy dress costume, it don't look real, does it? So.
15. Thanks to the Library Offences Act of 1898, you cannot gamble or use abusive or obscene language in a library. 14. Okay. Singers, songwriters, and street bards will be sad to hear it's illegal to sing a profane or obscene song in public. 13. Many of you likely won't have this problem. but if you're ever visiting Parliament, don't wear armor. That's also illegal according to the 1313 statute forbidding bearing of armor.
That's if you've got armor, I'm guessing, because I don't know anyone that's got armor. The only place I've seen armor is in museums, if you go on a tour of the Tower of London, but...
12. Compliments of the Town Police Clauses Act 1847, if you keep your pigs outside your house without the proper fencing, you'll be subject to a £1,000 fine. 11. Don't even think of singing happy birthday to a friend in public. Otherwise, you'll have to pay a fee. It's copyrighted after all.
I actually, honestly never knew that. So it's copyrighted? What if you've got one of those licenses in a bar where you can play different music? So does that mean that in that bar that you can sing happy birthday? But I can't imagine. It's got to be outdated. I can't imagine someone getting arrested for that. And who owns the copyright for happy birthday song? That I'm curious now.
10. It's illegal for your common pet dog to mate with a royal pet dog. So, if by chance you meet the Queen, make sure your dogs don't get frisky. 9. While this law is no longer active, it was once illegal for a lady to eat chocolate on a public transport. 8.
Now, that's a strange one. Why?
At one time, every Englishman from the ages of 17 to 69 was required to keep and practice with a longbow. This wasn't repealed until 1960.
Why'd they cancel that? I wouldn't mind practicing with one of them.
I'm okay with that law.
I actually done the archery thing when we went on holiday a little while back. Do you know what? It's quite fun. I can't lie.
7. All unmarked swans belong to the Queen, and any attempt to eat them is considered illegal. 6. Someone may be fined up to £1,000 if they hang up their laundry to dry across a street. 5. Jumping the ticket queue at a subway isn't just rude in London.
It's not a subway, it's the underground. Just thought I'd say.
It's illegal, so stay in line.
But I'll be honest, you see people do it all the time, especially if you go late on a Friday or on a Saturday, all the drunk people.
And wait your turn. 4. Hats off to Edward VI for this one. Anyone breaking an egg on the sharp end could end up in the stocks for 24 hours.
Sharp end.
3. Edward VI also had a thing about socks. He enacted a law saying it's illegal to stand sockless within 100 yards of the Queen.
Do you know what? I can't lie. I don't like walking around with no socks on. Like I quite like having socks on, just the softness of it. I don't know why, but yeah, I like socks, I suppose, but didn't even know that was a law.
2. If you put a postage stamp bearing the Queen's image upside down on a letter, it's considered treason. 1. This is considered the most absurd law by UK citizens. Apparently, it's illegal to die while in Parliament since it's a royal palace and you would be required to have a state funeral. So, what?
I didn't know it was because you'd have to have a state funeral. I knew that you couldn't die there, but I didn't know it's because of a state funeral. You get a state funeral if you die there. I wonder if someone's ever tested it out. I don't think so, but yeah, that part I didn't know.
What's the most absurd law you've ever gotten in trouble for? Let us know in the comments below, or tweet your answer to us at List25.
There was some crazy laws in there. I mean, what did you think was the most crazy law? Or have you heard of any other weird laws that wasn't in that list? If you have, drop it down in the comments. Let me know what weird laws that you've heard of, what weird laws there are in other countries. Because, you know, I might check out other countries in the world and just see what weird laws there are. We've done USA, so if you want to check out the American weirdest laws, that'll be in the description down below. 25 weird laws, there was some weird ones there, especially the last one. I didn't know that the reason you couldn't die there was because you'd get a state funeral. I suppose that kind of makes a bit more sense now. But yeah, that's all we got for today. I'll see you when we do the next reaction.